Welcome to the first episode of Brick Dynasty Almost Live, the only show that takes holidays halfway off. Today's guest is an award-winning stop-motion creator. Look at that face. I love it. And one of the funniest people in the world of Lego, Slurpy. Thanks for joining me.
Hello, Ken. Thanks for having me on. I had to stay up all night for this.
Oh, man.
The early hours of 8 p.m. or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. 8 p.m. Jesus. The time difference is always crazy to me. So 8 p.m. So what'd you do all day? You just wait around for the show? You couldn't have been that.
I woke up and just sat in a chair, planning out my next wee project and just doing some work around the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But time. There's always that quote like the days are long, but the years are short. But the days are just short now for me. They just kind of fly in. But
yeah. So before we went and pressed the record button, we're talking about life post Brick World.
Yeah.
Does it still feel like Brick World was 7.5 minutes ago?
Yeah, I think this is the thing too. Like, I'll like look at photos and feel like it was just yesterday. I was there, and then like other times go by and it's been like, oh, it's been 4 months since it's ended, and
Yep.
I had an incredible time. Like, it was honestly like a massive highlight this year. Just personally, like, too, meeting all my new friends and geeking out with fellow AFOLs. But mostly just having a laugh, like having crack. Like, that's kind of it. I'm sure it was the same for you as well. You know.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, it was since Brick World 26 tickets are out. It's so easy to refer to it as, last year's Brick World. Like it's already been a year. And we've already moved on, and it's not even 26 yet, or even close. We're still 2.5 months away. It's bananas.
And it's something too, because like I was so hyped for this past one, just with like all of the guys from my neck of the woods flying over Culhan and Whittaky and Padawan, and it's like I could foresee like I won't be able to go next year, just with stuff going on. Like, but I was so it was one of the few things in my life where when it ended, I'm like, I kind of want to go back again, like immediately, like a roller coaster. Like, let's do it one more time.
Yeah. So are you thinking 27? You already pointing your eyes forward?
27's definitely on the radar.
Awesome.
It's just really because I know I'm sure it's to do with just maybe the way they're renting and all and how Brick World operates, but it was booked a week later next year as opposed to like. Does that make sense? Like, it was kind of pushed a week, and that kind of just interfered with some stuff happening on my end. But if the year after it's pulled back, then yeah, I definitely could see it happening.
Okay. Yeah, it's I forget exactly how it works. Father's Day is, let's call it the third Sunday of the month, or something crazy like that, and Brick World follows Father's Day. So with the third Sunday, and again, don't quote me on that. It might be the second or whatever the hell it is, but it's a little later next year, so it just kind of chases that.
Yes, and
I'm pretty excited about it because my kids, my oldest misses less school this way, so
that's not too bad, hey.
Yep.
Are you're definitely for going next year though? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, set in.
Yep, longer too.
Because I was so like upset, like because I seen people like posting their tickets, and I kind of didn't say anything. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just keep it quiet, and then it just kind of it's unfortunate, but again, my thing is I'm not gonna be too sad about it. It's like I'm very happy and fortunate that I was able to go this past year and meet you guys and meet everyone really, like and it's definitely I do want to go back again too.
Yeah, it's a strange event, and it didn't really hit me until recently that there are people that you meet there that you talk to not every day, but frequently through Discord and YouTube and Instagram, whatever. And then there's people that you meet there that it feels like you know them at the end. And then when you leave, it's like, man, I learned their name. I didn't learn, their Instagram handle or whatever. And it's like they disappear off the map. It's like, man, they were cool, and I don't even know who the hell they are.
That's a really cool side of it too, especially people that are maybe friends of a friend, and I say you only get to know their first name, and then you're wondering, is that even their real name?
Yeah.
Is it? No, that's
I mean, if their name doesn't have Brick attached to you, sure, it's even real.
Yeah. But yeah. Because there was a few people like that you just got on really well with, and then it's like there was like a guy who's like going around filming us, or he had a camera with a wee minifigure and he's going around filming, and I'm like, God, I didn't ask who he was, but he seemed really cool.
Yeah. And then on the flip side, there's people that you see the whole time you're there, and they're 5 feet away, and you have no opportunity to interact with them. It's like, oh, that's who that was. So how did it feel now that you've had some time to have it set in? How does it feel to be an award winner from that event?
Yeah.
you go one time and you win an award your first trip.
We sweep them all.
Good, man. Yeah.
No, it was really cool. Like a lot of things kind of were building up to it, because I knew like a lot of people go to Brick World, obviously from our kind of side, it's to hang out. But I've always known that element for like mock building, like the world-class mocks from just everything, from the smallest to the biggest. But I'm not a great mock builder. And I'm like, well, I can do stop motions. And then I seen that they did that festival, and I thought it'd be a bit crap if I went to Brick World for my first. And at the time, it looked like only time, and not kind of had anything, not to show for it, but present at it. And no, I spent. I was kind of going at it for. It only took 5 weeks to make, because I left it so last minute. And but it felt really good. It really did. Like, it kind of felt like there's a wee mini accomplishment with it. And and having everyone there watch the film too, and winning the award was really cool. I have the Brick World trophy downstairs, but it's really cool. It because I was trying to explain to like my family, like they hand this out for the winners, and then you get the 1x1s are for the nominees. I was nominated, and then they're like, "Where's the nominations at?" Because my brother did sound. He wants his nomination award. I told him, "You're not getting it for a year. They have to send it out."
Oh man!
But it was class. It really was. Especially as I can't. I've only got back in the stop motion this year. I took a break for many years, and it's been very supportive from everyone too, like watching the wee blockheads and all the other wee things. And it's really cool to kind of get more involved with the community. It just takes so long to do. That's the issue. And then the project I'm currently working on was supposed to be for Halloween, but there's no chance of me getting it done. I haven't started yet. But I want to get it done for Christmas, and it's only 3 minutes. And it's still like, that's 3 minutes might take me 2 months to do. Like, so it's just with work and all too. Like, I can't. It takes hours to do a shot. Like, it's just stupid. Stupid amount of time.
Incredible. So, have you calculated roughly how many minutes it takes to do, say, a second of footage? What the average is there?
No, it depends. Like, if there's a lot of moving parts in it, like there was a shot in mine where all 3 characters were moving, looking at the control panel. That had to be maybe half an hour, I think, per second for that. Wow. I think it had to be, because there was 24. I shot 24 frames a second, so I would do it all. And you're not just moving like an arm; you're maybe moving a head as well in their hair. Then you do it again. But because I shoot 24 frames, I also shoot on doubles, so I take it twice. That's mainly because sometimes you might want to increase the movement within that, and then you get smooth. Typically get smoother camera movement with 24 frames, and I used to shoot on 12s. It's a load of film jargon that's honestly I find it boring. Like, but it takes a while, but it's so rewarding. I really enjoy it. And then because they have all these contests too, and there was one when I was away, like after Brickworld, it was called Brawl, Brickfilm Rapidly all week long, and you only have a week to make it. I unfortunately couldn't do it, but some guy made a brick film that was like 10 minutes long in a week.
Wow.
And that really, because I remember seeing it and like thinking that it took me 5.5 weeks to make my 5-minute film. How did he make that in a week? You know.
Jeez.
But I was talking to some people and they're like, yeah, I take the week off work. I book my time off work 6 months in advance to do this competition and all, and I make it religious. But it's
all right. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you really have the focus to put 8 or 10 hours in a day in for a week or something, that's hard though. I mean, so for the people that don't understand, you know, me specifically, so you say 24 frames in a second. So does that mean in the span of a second, you personally are putting your hand on a piece 24 times to make something change?
That's what that would translate to, would be 24 movements in a second. However, because I shoot on 2s, every 2 frames I move them, except maybe it's kind of hard to explain, but if I move on the camera moves every frame. But then every 2 I move the character. So the camera looks smooth, but the characters kind of move. If you play if you do frame by frame, camera's always moving, but the figures aren't. The reason I switched to 24 over 12, even though it's just a multiple and it's not that much more work that goes into it, is it's to do with uploading to like online. Like if you're uploading something that's like 12 frames to like 24, I don't know, like people say it looks like crap. And I've been doing it for 10 years and it's like I didn't even know. So I only learned this year, like you have to up the frame rate.
Okay.
But there is people that do 24, 25 or 30 frames and they'll move the minifigures every frame. And
that's incredible.
It's super and they're spending hours to do a few seconds, and I don't know, some people like it, some people don't like the super smooth animation. I think if it's done well, it's great. I'll never crap on it because it takes a lot of time, and it's fun too. It really is. But you can pull your hair out as well. I did that. I had many moments where I was like like I'm crap at set design. Like I love building Lego, but I'm really awkward with like building the sets, and like I spent far too long trying to like get the shot in my head to look well, and it's like I'll shoot it and then I'm like, I don't like the way the wall looks. Let me go back and redo that.
Yeah.
And it's like that's perfectionism, or it's just being an asswipe. I don't know. It's one of the two. But
do you design all of your sets just free flowing? You just get right after them, or do you actually do anything in studio?
Well, like most of the stuff is like I would like. It's actually not. It's pretty much on the fly sometimes too. Like I'll not, if I have a scene like set like in like a, for instance, my film had like a scene set in like a space ship. I didn't have the whole set built. I would build up like the wall because I need the wall to show for this shot, but I'll keep that aside for a pickup. I'd only ever build parts, and then some stuff, but it's all done in hand. It's never done digitally to see if I have the parts. I'm kind of like, if I have them, I have them. If I don't, I don't. And then if there's some stuff that I want to do that's like not difficult, but difficult maybe, I would do digitally. So for the last, when I did Crystal Feedback, there were quite a lot of digital shots, like of like caves moving and like the crystals, and they were obviously digital, but like it was taking photos of them and just digitally adding them in. Because it's stuff I used to do years ago. I stopped doing it, and you're kind of it's kind of like relearning old skills, like. But it's fun, and it's because it's also like creative too, you know. But it just takes, like, as I say, I can keep going back. It just takes so much time. I love doing the blockheads, you know, blockhead getting blown up and all, but it's like, let me spend 2 weeks trying to make half a minute or something like that.
Wow.
But,
yeah, at some point, I'm fairly certain it was Instagram. You posted a picture of your setup.
mm-hmm.
And it was the first time I've ever seen that. The camera, it looked like it was mounted on rails or something, and then like a build in front of it.
Was that
Instagram?
I think it was. I think when I posted the crystal feedback, I did like a slideshow of behind the scenes, and I think the set was held down with like clamps, and it was the shot where he runs through the cave, but I only built like wee bits of the cave, and it used Christmas lights, and it was only when I was like about to dismantle it, I'm like, oh, this actually looks pretty nice. Like, I've never actually, I say nice like from a behind the scenes perspective, but there's some people like within, because a lot of overlap with the Lego stop motion community is Lego fans, like people who love building, and there's people that will go out of their way and build these incredible mocks, and it's like, I only need to use a fifth of it.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, what way?
Yeah. When you posted that, it was the first time it really sank in my head that it's actually a real thing that you're building. Because from an outsider, you watch these, and especially now that we live in the days of AI and all the rest of that, it's hard to make sense of some of the motions and movements that are going on, and it's like, you know how Lego is supposed to function. What's going on? How is their head leaning, or how are their arms doing these things?
Yes.
And then you post that, and it's like, man, this really is based on actual Lego. It's crazy.
And yeah, that's it. I mean, I've always been obsessed with film and animation, but like Lego animation, for some reason, I've always like, it's been like a consistent love, and I think it's just with it. And like, I still get that. Like, I'll watch a stop motion or something, and I'm like, how did they get the hands to do that, or the arms? A lot of people like use plasticine or clay. You know, it's become so common to see like the arms pop out of the socket, or people will like cut the the stud of the torso, and they'll have the head on plasticine. And like, I wouldn't do that, because I also don't like having plasticine and clay show, but I think it's insane how like they're getting all this motion out of it, that like, I'm sure, like, you know, if your kids have played with Lego, you're just seeing them, you know, all they do is maybe just move their arm, you know, they do that there, or they sit them down, but you're moving them in ways like a normal, like like a real person. And it's no, I love doing it. It's just, again, it's sometimes like where I shoot at, it's up in the attic, so it's getting to that time of year where it's getting colder and colder, and it's like, I don't mind. I can stay up, stick the heater on, but if I make a movement, I have to wait a while, because like condensation will be on the pieces. And I have shot stuff before where you can see like my palm print moving in like a certain part of the set. And it's like, you asswipe, you should have waited 4 seconds to do that. Like, but
that's so funny. Yeah. How often do you break minifigures in the process?
Right. So I did a wee Star Wars one, and I used the battle droids, and they're a bit more flimsy. Like, they're not as strong, and that's mainly because of like I think it's just the thinner parts in the connection. But there was a bit where their arms are like, you know, they keep them straight. I don't have any on me, but like I had their arms pop out like that. It was just holding on to the stud, the bar piece of the torso. But I remember taking it off, and like the clip had just broke, and I was like, shit. But I have 100 more arms lying around. But I have years ago I would like I tried to do customs. I'm not that great at it. I tried to do everything. It's like I can't do it. But I've drilled holes into like Lego men. I've like cut parts of their arms off and drilled into torsos. And I've maybe used them for tests, but some of them are going to make an appearance in this current project. It's a bit more actiony, and it's like, oh, I might use that for something. My big issue though is for myself, I use a lot of clay or either clay or blue tack to like I don't keep the minifigures on a stud. I'll keep them on like maybe the flat surface or on the wooden table and just shoot it so you can't see. And I'll have like plasticine underneath them so I can like, have them kind of move in ways that are a bit more unconventional.
Yeah.
Have them like sway side to side when they're walking. My big issue is getting like plasticine inside in here.
Yeah.
It's a pain to clean. I have so many legs up there that's like, and I use the worst colors too. I'm like using brown. That's like the wee spaceman's got white legs and it's just brown smears.
Oh.
Every eye. But again, I only try to use parts that I have a lot of. That like I'm fine if they're a little damaged, but I'll get around to cleaning them. And because of that, some Lego parts have plasticine and clay, but I just clean them with like a toothbrush, wipe them down, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid to ruin them or abuse them, like. And it weirds some people out for sure.
Yeah, you just got to make sure all of your scenes take place in muddy environments.
There's people that have made like World War II. That's a big thing within the stop motion community is World War II stop motions, and they'll do the battlefield as like brown plasticine, and you'll just see the smears on them, and they're running around, and it's like, it's really cool, but that is bound to be a pain in the ass to clean, if they even clean them at all. Because I've definitely seen like some of them where they'll reuse those figures in another video, and they've still got like colored, like brown on their arm or like drill bits through their torso for shots and stuff like that. And it's like, it's pretty cool.
A lot of those World War II customs are expensive too.
Yeah, no, they are.
Crazy.
Right. So before like the likes like, I'm sure you like know like Brick Arms and stuff like that, like the custom. They do like really really high quality like torsos and like heads and helmets. But I remember before like kind of pad printing and UV printing took off, everyone would print on like pieces of paper like decals.
Yep.
So you'll still find that where like someone hasn't gone out of their, like they don't want to spend £25 on like a figure, so they'll just print off this cheap like Microsoft Paint torso. And look, you can see it peeling, like it's so bad, but I've done it myself too.
Yeah, I mean, there's some pretty good quality, whatever you call them there, decals.
Yeah.
Nate Builds uses decals a lot, and those things are incredible.
I have a few, and there's different types. There's like water slides, like the most common one. That's so like when you like apply water, it comes off clear, so you stick it on like a blank part. But I always, because I couldn't afford that, I always printed them onto like paper, and paper doesn't absorb. Obviously, you print ink on it, but it doesn't come off shiny. It's coming off very dull, and you could you'd see it peel, and the sides all wearing. But
it looks like a wet T-shirt.
Yeah, worse. The wet T-shirt I don't want to see.
Yeah,
and then but water slide, it looks amazing. It went on so, and it's all like affordable too. I have a few that I want to use as well for like Star Wars customs that like I could go out and like buy official minifigures. I don't know if I have them. So it's like Lego used to make these old clones back in like 2002 that go for a ridiculous amount of money now. They have to be like £15 each. So I just bought someone's like decals for the torso and helmets, and then that works out a lot cheaper. I can just buy blanks and make my own, but I've just found the time for it. But I don't want to be.
Time seems to be a very common issue across all of your interests here.
It is, yeah, it is. I wish it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the nature of life, though. I mean, everything is a battle against time.
Especially this year for me. I found that this year, like, I got really, like, I've always been a fan of Lego, but I got really into it this year. Well, with Brick World and stop motions, but I just found myself like, but when you get the time, you get really into it. Like whatever, and that goes for anything like music and stuff as well. Like once you get time to sit down, it's like you just cherish it. But it's, I don't know. And then like when I say that to people, they're just like, right then, wake up an hour earlier before work and do something about it.
It's not that easy.
I know.
Yeah, and that gets tough.
Well, I used to do that years ago. When I wanted to do animation, because my brother would go for work earlier in the morning. I can't remember leaving him down to work, like waking up at 6 a.m. or whatever, and leaving them to get picked up at 6:20. And I'm like, right, I'm gonna go up. Once I get home, I'll be up at like 6:45, and I'll stay up till like 9. And then like blink of an eye, it's like I got a couple of seconds done, but it was worth it. But after a while, I stopped doing it because like I found myself just like trying to see how much I could get done in the morning. For some reason, I tried to make it a competition to get as much done as I could. And then he started working later, so I couldn't do it. But that was a long time ago now.
Yeah. So you use a fair amount of your time for the show every Sunday, right?
Yes.
You guys have had some marathon shows over there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Do you guys have set time blocks for that? Like, okay, we're all fairly wide open, or you guys agree this is going to be 2 or 3 hours? Do you plan any of that?
So for the longest time, no, we never planned anything. It was pretty much take on a guest and just, or free ball just for as long as the conversation would flow. And then I think something changed whenever we started doing Sundays, where we tried, because we initially went like twice a month, and it would be like 3 or 4 hours. And we're like, right, once we go once a week, we'll do 2 hours. But for some reason, the episodes stayed the same length or got longer. Now, if you watch the show, I don't actually stay on all the time. In fact, like I kind of clock out at like 9 or 10, because after about 3 hours, I get really tired and I still got stuff to do, too. And it's like, but then there's some nights where it's like, Cool Hand will sometimes say ahead of time, I want to know who's going to be here for the episode. And when we've done the kind of collaborations, we're going into like the early hours in the morning, and it's like you have to prepare yourself because you're going to wake up the next day really tired. But I always enjoy it. It's always so fun. But when there's a guest, we've definitely tried to stay to that 3 hour time window. But they still go. I think last week I wasn't even on the whole time. They kind of go for 4 or 5 hours.
Man, last show was with Mav. Is that the last one? Okay. Oh, since this is last show with Mav, because this show is going to come out in the future.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay, actually, thinking of this being a show, we should mention Cool Hand Luke's Bricks is the official name of the channel that the show is on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for anyone watching, that's what we're referencing here.
Yeah. It's kind of a UK based Lego show. Because like we kind of all connected through ACOB. I think a lot of people. But some of us have been in the Lego community various lengths in our life, and some of us knew her from the show, and it's just like a different perspective on it, because some people are maybe it's a lot of it centered around Lego Star Wars, but I kind of, you can see behind me, I branch into a lot of stuff, but that's I think what makes it unique too. And plus we just try to have a laugh as well. It's just ripping into we just don't take it seriously. Like it's just children's toy at the end of the day that we never grew out of.
Yeah.
But I love it.
There are definitely a lot of laughs on that show. Speaking of which, to sidetrack for a second, when you went to the opening of that Lego store.
Yes.
It was the first time I'd watched something on YouTube where I recognized that I was laughing out loud while I was watching it.
Oh man! Thank you.
Killed me, man. I was dying. Yeah.
Oh no!
Like, I
Thanks.
had to watch it a second time so I could catch the whole thing. Yeah. That
I
was good.
appreciate. I had so much fun making it, and it was a good experience too, because I've never been to like a Lego store opening, even though there is two in Ireland, like down south. I just never, again, that was more to do with like the work week and stuff, and I couldn't get down. And then this time I took a day off work. I was like, I'll cover my hours. And then I went with Mugsy Lad. And it was just a laugh, like, too. And we had such a laugh at it. Like, it just seemed to be such a giant joke in a funny way. We were just cracking about it. Like, we're going in thinking we'll just buy a poly bag, and people are walking out with a mortgage payment. They were selling Lego, like, I don't know what it was. And it was and I've talked to some people that have been to openings in like America, but maybe England and stuff, and they're like, I've never seen a line that big for a Lego store. And they would live in areas with more people, but no, I'm really happy with the way the wee vlog turned out, because I don't show my face on my channel. That's the first video of mine that's not a film or an animation, and I want to do more vlogs like that. But again, it's one of those things that, like, right, we're going to Bricktastic next year, a few of us. So I'm like, I want to make a vlog for that. But do I want it to be like silly like that, or do I want it to be? Because I've seen some people's like convention vlogs where it's like really in depth about what all happened, and I'm thinking, do both.
Yeah.
Do you a video that makes fun of it in a good way, and then do a video like for anyone that cares to see, oh yeah, this is what the builds were like, this is what the people were like, this is what Manchester's like, and all that. But it's
yeah, I mean, you could probably find a happy balance there, because a lot of those tour vlogs, they're just, a lot of them are just boring. I hate to say it, but it's like this could be anywhere in the world. It's what really makes this different. You're showing a mock from 1.5 feet away. It could be anywhere. You get a lot of that. That's tough.
And that's it. Yeah, and they're like Kyle Stonelake.
Yep.
He did a convention vlog, and that's like probably the best. I've seen a lot of people say it's the best convention vlog, and I'm like, yeah, it's so silly. Like, and it's just it needs to be short like that. People do like the day by, and again, it's what people are into as well. Some people like the really, day one vlog, it's half an hour, or day two. And I'm in the same as yourself. It's not so much that, like, for me, I'll say this now. I took photos of some of the mocks at Brickworld, and I know I'll do it again at Bricktastic. But see, looking at them, it's different. Yep. Like, once you see them in person, it's like photos and videos. Like, I put the camera down, and I'm like, no point taking that. Like, I'm not going to recognize the detail looking at it on a screen. Like, well, let me just get up and see it. And I tried to do a vlog at Brickworld, but I was like, no, this is my first ever Lego convention of this size, and I want to experience it for the first time. And that's what I tried to do that with mine, was like, don't make this. I filmed so much crap at the Lego store that I'm like, this is boring. Like, I don't want to be, like, just walking through the line and like pointing at Lego. I'm like, this is so boring, hey. No, as you say, like, no offense to anyone, but like, they're just.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen a million of those videos, right?
Yeah.
So it's, how can you make it different? How can you make it uniquely you, like that? Yeah, that gets tough. And your point about really experiencing the convention, especially the first time, that's fantastic. And I wish more people would do that. I think I took 12 pictures in 6 days, whatever it was. In hindsight, I wish I had taken a little more, but I was there for the experience. I wasn't there to live the week looking through a camera, right?
Oh, absolutely. That like the only because I took the camera with me for the vlog, and I filmed like right what I would have done. I filmed some like of the more moving mocks, like the Technic stuff, because I'm like, right, this is cool, and I want to show my fam, particularly the Great Ball contraption, because I'd seen one of them in person down south, and I'm like, I know my granda would really love this, so I filmed that. And I came down one time at like 3 a.m. to take photos of one side of the hall. But after a while, I was like, no, there's too much here, and I don't want to be. I prefer seeing it with my own eyes. Like it just, and I know it's kind of like going to a concert. You know, someone else is going to have higher quality photos on time and video too. And yeah, and there's been a few people that have like photo libraries that I can go through, and I'm glad I didn't, spend a day going around and filming stuff. And I appreciate anyone that does, but as you say, like when you're there to experience it, for the first time, you want it to be as, you don't want to be on, you don't want to be on a screen either, like,
Yep.
Not that it would have mattered for me because I had no internet out there half the time, so like.
Man, you struggle with the internet no matter where you go in the world, huh?
Oh no, it's not great. It's okay right now, which is a surprise, but it's normally pretty woeful. But
yeah, is that like your whole section of the world has internet trouble? Is that an Ireland thing?
No, like we just seem to be cursed with it, our household, but our particular region, because my friend lives in the town, which is only 1.5 miles down the road, and his internet's tremendous, like, but it's just they're slowly getting that infrastructure out after all this time, like fiber optic and all that, or super fast fiber. We can pay for that, but we have to pay like for some of the stuff like double the rate of people in the town for this, because they have to build the infrastructure for it. And it's like it's not worth it right now until other people on the road. Once a few other people shell out more money than us, then we'll follow them. But
now, when you say the town, does that mean you're not in a town? Are you just like in a bush or like some strangely located place?
Yeah. I'm in the countryside. Like I'm just in. But like, it's not like stereotypically like in the middle of a field. Like we're on like a road, but there's fields everywhere. Like it's just There's so much land, and there's mountains on that side. To be honest, wherever you look here, there's like hills. But
it's kind of
when I say the town, I mean like there's bathrooms in America that are bigger than my town. My town is small. Because Ireland itself, like north and south, is pretty. At least the towns and villages are really small. The cities are. Well, Dublin's massive. It has to have like 1 million people in it. I say that like there's cities in America. There's probably bathrooms in America that have more people in it than Dublin. But it's because I've been to other parts of the world, and it's like, I'm very fortunate though that I live here, where it's so nice and quiet. Like when I went to Chicago, that it threw me for how busy it is. All the different lanes and everything's just supersized. The shops, the stores, you can all call them. Like it's just it's a little too much for me at times.
Man, the size comparisons are crazy. So New York has 8.5 million people.
That's more than this entire island of Ireland. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
wild.
I think Ireland is under. Because we're two separate like states, but I think in total the population's like has to be 7.5 million. Like that's not that much.
That's bananas.
There's 1.9 in the north. I know that, and that's I still think like I go into the shop in the middle of the night, and if I see someone, and there's too many people here.
Wow.
I don't like this.
So is Ireland just cut in half? I mean, more or less half, and that's it? Or do you have little states within each of your halves?
Well, I mean, Ireland is made up of 32 counties.
Okay.
But they're not governed. The counties don't govern themselves, like, but there's provinces, and there's 4 provinces. There's Ulster, Connacht, Munster, and Leinster. And they don't really, maybe at some time in history they might have governed themselves. But Northern Ireland is separate from the Republic. Northern Ireland is part of the UK. But Northern Ireland has the province of Ulster, but it doesn't have all of the counties. It only has 6 of them. Ulster has 9. And we're governed by Northern Ireland. We have our own government and stuff like that. The Republic has they're a completely separate nation and all that. They have their own currency down there. Their signs are a different color from ours. So, but we can travel across the border fine, like there's no like a guy in a high vis, show me your ticket, come on over. Although it used to be,
need a passport.
No, but it used to be like during like because I was born after the Troubles ended, and like my mom and dad would say like, yeah, there would have been times, or everyone that's older than me would say like, if you tried to go down south or you're coming from the south up, like there'd be army checkpoints and there't be like police but that was because of the conflict going on. But it's like, yeah, you'd be pulled over and you'd be searched and all that kind of horrible stuff. But we have like transportation links between the north and south, like the motorways and stuff like that, but also like public transport, trains and buses, and like they're fine. Like, I mean, they'll use whatever currency you pay in. But I have got the bus before from here down south, and we've been pulled over by the police, like the Irish police. But it's always about asking people for their ID, and they ask, where are you going to? Like, and we're like, Dublin Airport. All right, can I see some identification? I'm like, fuck. I've seen them pull people off before too.
Really?
There's a guy saying that he wanted to go to, now we're going down south, and there's these guys that got on that were they said, oh, we're trying to go to Derry. Derry's up north, so we're going the complete opposite direction.
Oh,
and immediately it's like, right, we're taking you out.
Yeah,
and
but I mean, I don't know, that doesn't make sense to me. So okay, so that sounds like they're lying. So I understand that being a red flag. But if you're still traveling essentially in the same country, what could they really be doing wrong?
Well, again, we are technically 2 different countries, although a lot of us would see it like I would still see I see myself as Irish, like being from the north. But they have their own reasons maybe for it. The Irish police, and it's happened before for me on the bus. They never pull. I've never seen it pulling cars over on the motorway, or stopping trains. I've got the train down, but I think buses too. They kind of run that risk of like, some of them are like public buses, and I know at the end the public can use it, but some of them are like the private hire ones, and there's maybe an element to like these guys can be kind of cowboys with how they drive and follow the rules, and maybe we'll just pull them over, see what load they're carrying. But
so you said you see yourself as Irish.
Yeah.
What would the alternative be there?
British.
That's so weird because you're still in this. Yeah. Okay.
But this gets into like a whole, like I've talked to Culhan and like a few people from our neck of the woods like about it, because that conflict that happened here, it's like, it's so much again, but it's all about identity, and it all depends like what family you're born into, how you're raised. I have friends that are raised with, they maybe wave a different flag, and they call themselves British, and it's like, you live 2 miles away from me. But there's no, even though there's that kind of going back and forth. Like when I've been in America, like I used to say to people, I'm from Northern Ireland, and they're like, where's that at? And like, oh, it's the north of Ireland. And I'm like, I realized, no, you're Irish. You always say that. Just tell them you're Irish, because they'll not know where you're at. And I've been other countries too, and they're like, that doesn't sound real, but it's different. Identity's a big thing here too for people, And even though I would say I'm Irish, there's like stuff we do up here that's different. You know, maybe some of the phrases, and I'm sure it's the same in America. Like even within states, like you'll probably find in some parts of it, like God, we're the same people, but we're so totally different.
Yep.
Even here too, like in the north, like you could go from one town to another, and people like will sound different. Like not all Irish people sound the same. Like it's funny, like for sure. And I was talking to someone about this, like they would never, they always seen, because I would say I'd call it Ireland, you know, and but I would refer, I live in the north, but they say, oh, I would never call it the north. I always called it Northern Ireland. Like, you know, you guys are British and the other guys are Irish. Then like, it's funny how people see that differently. But this guy, you know, is English. But it's interesting for sure how people from outside, you know, our country kind of views us, and it's a whole can of worms, like.
Yeah. It just feels like if you're in the same country, you should be from the same country.
Well, because I'll not get like into the politics of it, but Northern Ireland as a state was only made in, was it 1921? I think it was formed, or 1922.
Yeah, it's very new.
And it was not made for sunshine and rainbows. It was made it was made for a different reason. Not good. Yep. But again, history is very rarely nice, but I love learning about it. I wish I could learn the damn year. I think it was 1921. But I know it's strange too. And then as I get older, you kind of, I never really cared about it, but as I got older, you feel more Irish and all that. You kind of like, or you feel, maybe feel tied to where you're from a bit.
Yep.
And then funny, like I remember my girlfriend was like coming up to see me one time. She said she was in Dublin. She's like, oh, I'm going up to the north to see my boyfriend or whatever. And I think the guys in Dublin were like, oh, that's not really Ireland. Like there's even up down there, there's like that kind of like, different mentality about it and all too. Depending on, not everyone's the same, but
yeah,
it's
a strange division.
It is. But thankfully, like in my life, it's been like, again, I've there is still those kind of scars from the past up here. There is down south too, for sure, but most of that conflict was, exclusive to here and maybe England as well. But like those scars are still there for sure. I've talked to some people that maybe harbor resentment towards either it's maybe the military or a paramilitary group or a group of people. But I think I was just raised like, we're not going to raise, your family like that. But we'll regions Irish, but we'll regions with like, people are people, no matter where they're kind of from.
Yeah. And
again, you can't really choose, what family you're born into. And it's, I say like, just let me build Lego in peace, man. That's all I care is if do you buy Fun Hole? Well, I say that I might come around to Lemmy Bricks at some stage, but
oh man, the name is so much better now.
I like it, but I unironically love the name Fun Hole just because it was so silly. It was just so like I couldn't take anyone who said that. Like I got a Fun Hole sent me a set to review. I was like, who? And what's funny?
Yeah,
it's just
Fun Hole sounds like the whole wrong kind of toy.
Yeah, and I like obviously Lemmy Bricks, like the name matches the product so much better. And I'm very close to buying them. But that's just they have to kind of be imported, and I believe I could get them on Amazon, but I do think there's like a wait for them. But I think they're incredible for like the amount of tech they have, with in regards to the lights. And we had Jen on a while back, and she broke down some of the sets, and it's like, some of this is really, really good. I don't know if you yourself got any of them yet or have been interested in them.
I haven't. I'm so afraid of having anything off-brand in the house. I don't know. That's a struggle.
It took me, for a long time growing up, if you're like a fan of Lego, that was all you got. But maybe, a family member would get you Mega Blocks, and you didn't like that because it didn't have, the pieces looked the same, but the logo was different. And then people like online, the communities, they hated anything that wasn't Lego. But I've grown into like whatever Lego. I love it to bits. And then I slowly got into customs, which isn't Lego. It's compatible. Like they can make that stuff for Funhole if they wanted to, or Mega Blocks, or what are they, Mega Constructs. But it's I also look at it as, do I want to spend more money on that stuff too? Because I spend a little too much on Lego with them. Although I have reined it in, I don't want to be spending any more than I have to on bricks that light up. But
yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, listening to Jenna talk about it, it sounds like it's really solid.
Mm-hmm.
The price points are great. All prints, no stickers is nice. The minifigures are really weird, but it's all right.
And I think we clowned on the minifigures on our show, but like I still think at least they didn't like completely rip off Lego, because there are a lot of those kind of brands, like those kind of like off-brand ones where it's like they're basically copying the Lego design one for one. Some people are into that, like I would be a little bit of a fan of hobby watches, a fan of watches as a hobby, and there's that side of it where people want to make reps and everything, and there's a part of it where it's really cool that they can get the engineering to it, but there's also an element of like, this is weird buying something without, you're buying a Rolex without the Rolex name. It's like, that's what I feel like with Lego. Like some of these off-brand companies, like we're making one for one Lego sets, minifigures and all, but there was always something off. It was always the clutch was never right. They could never get the pieces to click right. And I appreciate that, like Lumi Bricks, like the minifigures or whatever they're called, they're not god awful, but they as you say, they're fucking weird looking, but they make you do a double take, and I appreciate anything that does that.
So I think my big issue with those is the arms. Every one of them looks like they're trying to give you a hug. They just get those like rounded arms. It's like, no, I don't want hugs from strangers. Just this weird little creature in here. No, I'm all
put
set.
them things on a list. You know what I mean? Like they're just they're just weird. But again, like I know some of the elements like look exactly like Lego, like some of the hair pieces and accessories. I don't know how they do it. Well, I have an idea how, but that's the thing too. You mentioned the price of them is really good. Like, Lego will be charging 2 or at least 2 times more. Maybe free.
And then you don't get prints or lights either.
Yeah.
So double the money for a pack of stickers that are off colored. Yeah.
I think it's gotten worse with some of the stickers. Like, especially with like the likes of like white and gray with Lego, it's like, why can we not? I like stickers when they used to do the clear background, kind of like decals. The only issue is if they went on dirty, then they would kind of look it over time. But I'm like, that's, if you apply it right, it's fine. But
oh man, you see the decals that have like half of a fingerprint behind them? Oh, it's miserable.
Not good.
Yeah.
That's not, because even with Lego, I always do the brick separator technique, like just stick it on. Just top it down. Been doing that for years now. But this actually, when I was doing this one, this here, I have no issues with stickers, but this part here I hated. This was a sticker
because of the odd shape to it.
I hated it. It's the parts that face inside. I was like, I don't care if it's crooked. I was like, I don't give a like, no one's gonna see the outside part or the inside, sorry. But I don't. I just wish they would maybe kind of go the extra mile. But again, it's
Yeah.
we've talked about it.
That set was expensive too.
I got it on discount. It was only 20% off. It was 31 or 32 pounds. And this is the set that whenever I really liked this year for Star Wars, but I've been like this for a long time since COVID. Like I can appreciate a set, really like it, put it as maybe the one I want to get, but I'll not buy it. I'm like I don't need it. But this one I remember seeing it, and I love like Lego sets and Star Wars that like are like weird. And I'm like, this is the definition of weird. And I know it's from the TV show that I'll maybe never watch. Like I like the Dark Falcon. I hated on it for a long time because I thought it's a dust magnet, but I've seen it and I'm like, you know what? That thing is flames.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this might be my favorite Lego Star Wars set of the year. Like this one here. I don't know why. It's just so goofy and it's so cool.
It's a good looking set. It's fun. The name is perfect for it. I mean, it does look like a hot rod, right?
It's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at this part here, like this cockpiece.
Yep.
So for a long time, like snowspeeders used to use like they used the inaccurate piece for a long time. So the fact that they designed this new one, but they didn't use it they used it for this kind of like weirdo version is so funny to me that I like people have started to like build this here snowspeeder in the normal colors and then try to like AI or Photoshop what this could look like. And I can't wait till they do one. But for now, like I was talking to like Mike, Lightning Lord. He's a big space fan like myself, and I'm like, this piece here is going to be in so many mocks. Like I can already picture this, and I might buy one again, part it out. But again, I'll wait till it's cheaper. Because I used to like really we for a long time we never got great deals, but I'm noticing more and more than not sets going 20-30% after a couple of months, and I'm like, right, either Lego's doing that thing where we're going to price it because we know it's going to go on sale, or they just make so much of it that it has to go on sale after a while. Shops can't move half the crap, but
yeah, I think we're getting a little bit of both. We've actually seen sets go on sale while they're still on pre-order at Target. So it's a pre-order and it's 10% off before it's even released.
That's weird, hey. I've seen that happen the odd time, but what really threw me off was the UCS ATST was on Amazon. Motley sent it in. Some guy had it on sale. It had to be 20 or 30 pound knocked off it, and it hadn't even, it wasn't even released. And I was like, this is weird. Like some of these bigger sets were already knocked down. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's Amazon. Maybe it's these third parties trying to kind of cash in on the day oneers for it. Like we'll knock off 5-10% to reel those first purchases in. Because I don't know about yourself, but I never buy. I've only ever bought Lego on day one, I think, once, and it was a Star Wars set. Most of the time, I wait a few weeks to see if there's a deal, double VIP, whatever, or I just wait half a year because I know there always is that kind of like discount on Smiths or Very where it's like they'll knock it down 30%, and I don't feel as bad.
Trying to think, what have I bought day one? The Creator 3-in-1 Spider. I bought that on day one.
Oh,
yep, a whopping $12.99. Yep, and I stand by that set. I love it. I'm not sad I bought it full price, even if you can get it 50% off right now.
Mm-hmm.
It was cheap anyway, so I mean, it's not like I got carried away. But I love that freaking Spider. I get, what do we figure, 5 or 6 of them now? I think it's great. It's the stupidest thing, but yeah, that thing is cool. I love it. we have it hanging from. So a couple years ago, they put out Andrea's Theater School, I think it was called. It was a friend set. It was a theater, opens up, whatever. We converted that into the Muppet Theater for the Muppet minifigures.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then this creator, Spider, came out, and with the crazy colors, it looks like it belongs with the Muppets.
Oh,
So
nice.
we mounted it coming over the front of the theater. Friggin' looks awesome. I love it.
No, there's some of that stuff, like, Creator is one of those themes that, like, the Frame ones are fantastic. Like, they really are so good. It's like the dragons and, like, the Haunted Mansion. Some people are obsessed with, like, the animals, and some of them are really good. Like, I think the Butthole Tiger was, like, the most infamous one, but that spider's class looking too. And like I've tried to buy, anytime I say I don't day one buy, the one time I did try to do stuff like that would have been like, the cheapo stuff, like the Microfighter. Because I don't know if you remember, like, the Captain Rex Microfighter was a big deal when it came out, and I wanted to get it for the hype. Went to the Lego store day one, we're out, we'll not have it for weeks. And I was like, what? And they're like, went to Target because I was over there at the time. Oh, we're out. And I asked in the back, not happening. We're not, nope. But that was cool because you're seeing everyone, like, get it. There was obviously an element behind the UCS people, all that stuff. But no, most of the time I just wait. And I don't know about yourself, but I try not to buy. I know I bought stuff at the Lego store, but I know I can get it. You just know you can get it cheaper, unless it's a Lego store exclusive. I'll never, I try not to do it, like. And then here in the UK, they've discounted quite a lot of stuff this last while on Lego.
Yep. Yeah, they just did a whole sale that was only retiring sets. It's crazy.
This one here, I got a third one. I love that set. That's where that kind of color scheme would match this, like, cockpit, the Blacktron, and that had to be like £61 down from £90. And I was like, it's Lego store exclusive. Nowhere else has it. I'll pick another one up. I can part it out for a mock or an animation, drill holes into the minifigures or something. I don't know. I'll do something with it. But some of the stuff on there, like, they were selling, I was all retiring stuff. And I haven't seen it like that in a long time, like those kind of ones. But I was sad that was on retiring soon, because that's only out this year. That probably indicates that it didn't do well.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But again, I think all of the licensed stuff is kind of where is Lego's bread and butter. It's been that way for the last fucking 5-10 years, but
yeah. I mean, like, they're never gonna fully bring back Castle because they got the Bricklink designer, right?
That's true.
They could just keep firing out, one every round or something, keep people happy enough and quiet.
Like you see with the I didn't even check if it was on sale. I was like, I'm not even going to bother looking because my heart's going to be broken. But the Lion Knights castle, like the big free £150 castle, like when that came out 3 years ago, everyone was like, I can't wait to get a castle theme. And I'm like, Lego were never going to do that because that set sold so well. It still sells well.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really, I don't see them stock it in Lego stores anymore, but they never, when they would do double points here, I've never seen it go for double points. I was tricked one time. I seen it go. I thought it was on double points, and I went to buy it, and it's like, shit, refund.
Yep.
And I've never seen it go on sale.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we can find some kind of appropriate deal on that before the end of the year, and it completely disappears. Because I'd like to have a couple of those in my inventory.
I
can't do full price.
I know. I'm the most I've seen it on. I've seen people post like a sale, like they got $30 knocked off it, but it's like a box that they got at the Lego store damaged, and I'm like, I don't. But that's definitely, I would say that is going to be the set that will. I think that's like UCS 8080 territory, like that. After it retires, yes, it's been out a little longer, and it's not Star Wars, but I know for a fact once that retires, give it a couple of weeks, and it's going to just balloon in
Yep.
value, like because it's the only castle set. There's another one like a village or whatever, but it's nowhere near the same level of caliber and hype. But you're not wrong. Like they're not going to bring back. Like Castle will sell a million times better than Space and Pirates, and I'm always wondering why. They shouldn't. If they shouldn't. If they don't want to bring it back, they should just release like $100 sets. Like like this. We can't have them only buying $300, $400 castles. Let's release 4 $100 sets or whatever.
I want a $40 set.
Oh,
that's what I want. Yeah, just give me like a catapult and a carriage with a couple horses. Maybe like I don't know, somebody to ride the horse, somebody to be in the carriage, and like 2 skeletons. $40, $50. I'm happy.
I just want one guy with a sword that's red, one guy with a sword that's blue, and I just want them to fight. That's all I'm so like tribal with it because it's Lego Castle was always the theme growing up. Different. They changed it all the time. Like some of it was more realistic, some of it was fantasy, but it was always there up until 2014, and something happened, and it was always a constant. It was one of the last like of the 3 classic themes to be there. Space and Pirates have kind of gone in and out, and I think what Lego do with icons, I like that, and I hate it. I like that they can't bring back a theme, but I know for a fact that like they're probably testing the waters. I think this sold really well, the Space one, but this
Galaxy Explorer,
that did so bad. I haven't seen many and it's my favorite set of the year. I think it's so fun.
Wow.
But I could change. I think it's just with the customization. This was a close second, But no, I wish I could talk to some people at Lego, be like, bring back Space or Castle. Like, come on, take our money, like. But
yeah, I don't know why they don't do just like a short run. Like just do 2 waves. You do your winter and your spring wave or whatever, summer wave, and then just be done. Because it's not like there's so much unique stuff in there.
Yeah.
That they have to create a million new things. Just use stuff you already have and design accordingly. They can absolutely do that.
And there's also
sticker everything.
Yeah. There's also no competition within Lego's license because that for a long time the reason people believe Lego never did a space theme since they haven't done a proper space theme since 2013 or 14. The theory is that they can't have a theme that competes with Star Wars because kids will see spaceships.
Okay.
And I don't know if I buy that, but there might be some truth to that.
Okay.
And
that makes sense.
But with Castle, there's no that I can see other than Dungeons and Dragons, which is a minifigure line, and we had 1 set. I haven't seen any medieval themed licenses come out, and if it has, it's probably icons or. But I agree, they should do a spring wave and a summer wave, 4 to 6 sets in each one.
Yep.
Do a 12 sets in 1 year. Have them be a range from a blister pack to a fucking $400 set.
Yeah.
People are going to buy.
Yeah, and just do them small run, but give them a 3-year shelf life so they're around for a while.
Yeah.
Satisfy everybody, and then just let them go to Bricks and Minifigs or my house or whatever, and we'll cover the third-party market for a couple of years.
Because
that'd be a good play.
They've done some sets. They did like another castle there for the August 1st wave. They've done a castle a couple of years ago, and
yeah, the creator ones.
Yeah,
right.
And they're so cool. And when they go on discount 20-30%, people are buying 10 of them. Like they're like, I want to build my army, and then sell the rest of the pieces. And I'm like, I think they know, but there's probably like I don't know why. And then this like Lego gumball machine or whatever. What was it? Garrett parted it out of Brick Road.
That was great.
But people were buying that just to get the knights, and then they were selling the rest. Like, What the hell? Like,
That was the one that had the Kraken in it, right?
the Kraken, and was it the? I forget what was it the eagle? It was like they were red or something like that.
Yeah, it was something else odd. Yeah,
They were really cool.
That they were.
Again, I think is that a Lego store exclusive?
Yeah, I think it is. I don't recall seeing it anywhere else. But...
No, if it was anywhere else, I would have. No, it's. I just wish they, especially like for me, like I'm not wild big into like licenses. Mostly Star Wars would be for me, and Indiana Jones. Other than that, it's City, Ninjago, Castle, or Creator, Space, Icon, like Lego's homegrown stuff. But there's been a wild shift these past few years to like only do licenses, and I can't blame them. It sells, and it gives me less stuff to buy. But where the hell did that go? But no, I don't know what happened there. A minifigure flew off the table.
Whoops. He'll come to life and run away. It'll be fine.
Oh god, when I'm not looking.
Yeah,
I heard him.
He's animating himself. So recently, you guys started having guests, right? I mean, scheduled guests.
Yeah, more regular too.
Yep. How do you feel about that? Is that?
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we used to do like a guest and then a couple of weeks boys episodes, or I say boys just mostly like kind of like a lot of people would do. They're just chatting the co-hosts about the current events. But I feel like with a guest, you're bringing in a different perspective. Yep. Everyone's different. Just like everyone is so unique. And I love it when, I'll not say names, but some episodes, like sometimes the guests just, the episode's theirs, like they could just talk away, like, and it's incredible. Like some of the people, regardless of how long they've been in the space for, you know, some people have only been in for a few years, some people have been in their whole lives, and it's great too. Sometimes like with a guest too, we've definitely had to like not self-censor. That's not the right term, but like we have our own like colloquialisms, and it's like you can't say that. For me, I always use the term like it's all good crack, and I'm like I can't say that around a guest, especially from America. It's like, what does that mean? What is he talking about? Crack? And then also we're always making jokes too, and there have been occasions where the guest is maybe like just silent, and I'm like, oh, they didn't get it.
Oh man!
But we're not trying to isolate them either. We're trying to include them in the fun or whatever it is. But it's, and then also too, I feel like with the guest, you know yourself too, like Lego peaks, and it just, it's sometimes like there's a lot to talk about one week, and then the next week or two there's nothing. And I think we're in that stage now where I feel like, other than sales and all that for like Black Friday and stuff, I feel like it's going to be pretty dry until the January leaks, content-wise, discussions for the show.
Yeah.
But I really like having the guests on. We've tried to branch out to get more people from just outside our community. Maybe reach out to people who aren't as active within our groups. We have got a few on actually. Like there's a guy from Ireland here who we got on a while ago, Daniel from iFall Bricks, to talk about the Belfast store, and we had Muggsy on too. Like I really enjoyed that.
Oh, you had Muggsy on? I missed that.
He was on here. I can't face reveal and all too.
Wow.
And it was a short episode. It was like 2 hours because we did a collab with Will Stream.
Oh, okay. Yep.
We started. I think we started earlier. I can't remember. But I was a 6 hours of streaming. I was sleeping.
Too much.
I was like conking out by the end. But no, I enjoy the guests. And especially when it's someone like you've. I don't mean this in a way like disrespectful, but you don't know. you're not well familiar with, and then maybe catch up on some of their content a couple of days in advance, or sometimes like I haven't been as active, so sometimes we'll get a guess and like I don't know who that is, and then like I know this content, or they seem tremendously cool, not really caring about the Lego, just about them.
Yep.
And I mean, it all goes back like when we met up at Brickroll. Like half the fun wasn't the Lego anyway; it's just talking bollocks about something else.
Yep.
And I mean, because your show is all like guest heavy too, like in a good way. Like, and I think it's great, like having other people on. Because I have seen some people do shows where they don't have guests, and it can be. I feel like sometimes when we've done our episodes by ourselves, it's like it can kind of get too inside baseball. Some of the stuff we talk about, like, does anyone in the chat even know what we're talking about? Whereas if you have a guest, you kind of have to, diversify what you say a bit. But
yeah, guests are fun. It's every show is entirely different because everybody's got a different communication style.
yeah,
Some people need the questions, need to be led a little bit. Some people have, take the cool hand route and they just guide the whole conversation and you just chime in every once in a while. And man, that is not a knock. Some days you just need that in your life, and you just need somebody who can just give you the answers and you don't even need to ask them. Sometimes that's nice,
Like when we had Jen on, and we've known Jen, I think, from the start of this year, and it was like, that was the episode where, like, sometimes you think we're talking too much, the guest isn't chiming in, but she was just wanting to talk and had so much, not in a negative way, but in a way where it was like expressing her love for Lego, Lumi Bricks as well, what she does, talking about stuff that we don't know either. I love learning about like stuff that like you don't even, and then you walk away with like another aspect of the Lego community that you just weren't really aware of or really thought about.
Yeah, she's awesome, and she's so upbeat and pleasant and just a good quality human, and I can't say good things about her. She can also introduce you to, like you said, it's like different aspects of the community, more people that you never would have met just in the Star Wars side of things, or that, like the ACOB community, because she's not a part of that. She's somewhere else, wherever she is. And that's great. It's, you can get, I don't know, you can extend your hug further around the community. It's good stuff.
And there's so many, like, there's so much to the community too. Like, even within, like you had Tom the Builder on. I think it was back in, it was at June or July. I was like, I didn't know much about him. I say that, and I bought that from him at Brickfilms. Like, awesome. I was like, oh, that was that guy. Oh my god! But like listening to him, I have a whole new like appreciation for, because he handles GCC's US distribution, and I was like, I didn't even know that they didn't. I didn't know that they didn't ship directly. I didn't know that they had other guys handling their stuff, and then I found out from that there's guys from like local to me that handle GCC, and I'm like, right. Again, that's a whole other separate realm where I don't want to spend money, because it's like there's so much good stuff going on there that it's like, no. Like, I've talked to Ostef about it because he's into customs, and it's like, no, I have no food if I start buying that stuff. Like, and that's
and
like
the options are endless too.
Crayola, it's just too many fucking color. Like, some of the clones are just, we don't need, like, this is oil, like oil, And I remember he had a hype man beside him too, and I was just like, be quiet, let me look at it. I say, I don't need this sales talk. I just like scanned it, like, and I'm like, I'll buy it because I'm never, whatever. And he sells it at retail now too, and it was like he had good stuff too. I say it like a drug dealer. And then we met him again in the I think it was a garage sale, and I think it was that he was selling more stuff, and it's like, I don't know, it's really, really cool. And then I looked up more about it, and I'm like, there's almost too much, you know, for GCC. And then when you get into other customs like Citizen Brick and Brick Tactical, it's like, but again, as I say, I feel like listening to them people, like, or getting to know them a bit more is interesting. And he's new to the game, isn't he? Or newer? Aye.
I don't. He's got to be a year and a half or so, 2 years at this point. Since he started, not since he went full time. But
right.
This is the year for time traveling, and I think when was he on? Right before or right after Brick World? I have no idea. So that was.
I thought it was after Brick World.
Yeah, it might have been just after.
Because I think I was watching you live. I think I was walking through the shop in America, and I was like watching you live on like Marshall's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, okay. I think that's right, because the first call back, first show, whatever, back from Brick World, was, jeez, why am I drawing a blank? Big Beard. You've had him on. Instagram live guy. Brick Together, Click Together.
Yep. I wasn't there.
Why the hell am I drawing a blank on his name?
Keith,
there you go. Keith. Sorry, Keith. Man, completely spaced there. Yeah.
I say that. See, I never got to meet him. I did. That's the thing. He was on our show, but I wasn't on. That was the first episode I missed, and I was like,
did you meet him in person? Did you meet him at Brick World?
I feel like I seen him talk to Coolhan, but I didn't like. Okay. I can't remember if I said hello to him or anything like that. Like,
okay. But yeah, because everything is that busy, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think I only saw him for, I don't know, 4 minutes or 5 minutes tops, all of Brick World. But yeah, and then he was on, I think Tom might have been the week after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to keep track. We've had guests for every week since the middle of February, I think.
That's crazy. Hey, that's good going. That's a really good going though.
Yeah, it's been tricky. I think we've had 3 repeat guests.
Mm-hmm.
I think is all, and whatever it's been, 8 months or something. 3.
But there's something. There's definitely nothing wrong with having the repeat guests on, especially because like so much happens. I say, despite I kind of don't want to contradict myself. Like Lego could be slow news, depending on what say the hobby you're in. Definitely not. And like, because I know I've seen like you have like some of the investing guys on. I've seen some of them have appeared again, and like some of them are really cool too.
Yeah, so I think Brian's been on twice. I think Kevin's been on once solo live and once privately in our private group live. And then we've had the group of the 4 of them on twice.
I remember that was a big episode, wasn't it? That was your big. That was
yeah. So between the 2 episodes, the first one got 1,000 hours of watch time, which is bananas. Mental. And then the most recent one, which was only 3 weeks ago, has 800 hours of watch time in 3 weeks. That doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, thank you everybody who watched. Fantastic. Keep watching. We love you guys. But man, that is not standard view time for us. That's crazy.
But there's a community for that. Like, that just shows that like there's always people interested in it. That's a side of Lego that I never really like. I've tried to buy stuff like before investing and stuff, and it's like like an addict. I crack the seals open and just I can't. But I've always like. I find it. What was it? Is it? I forget. I don't know his first name, and I apologize. KDX.
KDX. Yeah, that's
KDX.
Kevin.
So I apologize. I remember listening to him at work, like breaking down some stuff. I was like, there's a lot of maths in this too, and it doesn't even have to be Lego, and I appreciate it. Like, you know.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. I love that they all have unique takes on what's going to be good and why. They're all fairly aligned, which is also good because to me that means, they're on the right track there. But yeah, it's always good listening to how those guys figure things out. Brian is just a whiz with his analytics. He's really good there. Jim's the OG. He's been around forever. I think he might be like the first real Lego investing, I don't know, YouTube channel.
Has he been on ACOP, Jim?
Yep.
I feel like because this is so weird. I don't really watch Lego shows. I listen to them at work.
Yep.
So it's so weird how sometimes like me and Cole Han could be talking and like we're having this guy on or this gal on. Oh, they've been on such and such show, and I'm like, I don't know what they look like. Yep. I've only listened to them. So I don't know what some of them, like some of the lads that you've had on. That's so silly for me to say that, like, but it's just I just download them on like premium or whatever, and then like kind of listen to them at work and stuff like that. But
yeah, the viewing experience can be interesting. I do the same thing. It's throw the headset on, throw the phone in your pocket, and move on with your life, kind of deal. It is surprising what some of the people look like. Yeah, we've talked in the past on the show about Jedi Stone and his mustache.
Oh,
big surprise. Yeah. The first time I saw him was on, I think it was Ostif's 24-hour stream there that went 30 hours or something. He popped on for like 10 seconds or something, wearing a raincoat. In the shower. It was unbelievable. It was like, what the hell is going on here? Just die laughing, and then he's gone. It's like, who the hell was that?
And then that's a whole separate community, like that TOT side. No, it's like,
yeah. I can't get into that. I mean, I don't care enough about the subject matter. I'm never gonna get upset because something is missing from a Star Wars set. It's like I can't care enough to be passionate about it. It's like, well, that sucks. I just won't buy it, and then I can move on.
Yeah,
but I mean, good for them for enjoying it enough to get that crazy, and I'm sure some of it's theatrics too.
Oh, no doubt. I had this isn't just like applied to them, but like a few people like I met at Brick Road where it's like everyone's a little different too when you meet them. Like I'm sure I'm the same too. Like, Matthew isn't as like I can barely understand him in real life, let alone like on call he was somewhat understandable, but now like what's he talking to? This Irish guy's laughing all the time. But like the Star Wars, right? I'm a big fan, but this is like kind of not a hot take, but on our show I try to take a contrarian approach. So whatever people maybe don't like, I'll pretend to like, or I'll shit on something that people love. But I am somewhere in the middle with a lot of it. I'm kind of the same. Like I don't get too emotional unless I just want to like rile up the lads on stream. Because for me, it's like if I don't like it, I'm not obliged to buy it. It's not like I took my car to the mechanic and they're like, oh, we took out all these important parts and you have to pay us so much more to get them back in. And it's like, that'd be different. If Lego were like, we took out these parts, it's like, I don't have to pay that. My life doesn't depend on it. I don't need, But again, some people are real completionists. Some people it is their hobby. Like Lego Star Wars is the thing for many people in their lives too. So sometimes they need more than Lego and Star Wars separately. They need both. And at one stage that was me when I was younger, and then I kind of just like had no money, so it's like
that fixes a lot of problems.
Being a broke bitch or something like myself at one stage, it's like I gotta, I should probably like look about buying like stuff that's like single digits before I stress about I can't buy this UCS set. Although when saying that, like I very rarely, as for Lego overall, go over that into the 100 range. I'm always that sub 50 set kind of guy. Forget all the ones behind me, but like I try not to like get anything too expensive. I think the most I've ever spent on Lego was like under £200, which to me is like a lot. And I've talked to other people, and that's like, oh, I spend 1,000 on fun new Lego, and I'm like, different strokes for different folks, I guess. But
yeah.
And then now I feel like it's gotten to that range too where I'm annoyed at how much some of the stuff's costing, but I do like, you don't have to buy it at the end of the day.
Yep.
But
yeah, this feels like a really expensive year for things I want personally, which is a first for me. And thankfully, retirement dates are all spread out, so there's no rush. But the Black Pearl, man, that thing is awesome. That's over 300 at 380 for that.
Is that after tax?
It's before tax. It's so basically 400 ridiculous. Tax, whatnot. Yeah, but it's beautiful. It's awesome. The Goonies set that was just revealed. I don't know if that reveal was official, but we've all seen it basically at this point. That thing's $300. I need to see that in person. I think I hate it, which I'm sad about, because I would display it from the ship side. And I think the ship looks terrible based on the little image that's on the box. So we'll see. It doesn't
I'm
look
with you
like
on
ship.
Like,
I don't know.
I'm mixed, and I know it's going to do well. Like, I know if I showed that to some members of my family, they're like, I need it. Yeah. I also love the Goonies too. Like, I think it's a class film.
Yep.
But no, it's the same. I feel like we've talked about it on our show too. Like, we've tried to rank sets, and we always try to like remove the price with the ranking, but like that's so hard to do because there's like just that intrinsic nature with Lego where you're like, how much is that going to cost? And then you don't appreciate the product in front of you. It's like, I don't know. But I'm the same. Like, a lot of the stuff this year has just been, this is the worst year that I've seen for particularly Star Wars. I feel like it's just ridiculous. But see, back in 2022, they did a very with all that was going on at the world at the time, they did the controversial price increase.
Yep.
And that was I thought I can't get any worse than this. Like, and they did.
They were just getting warmed up.
Oh my God. And I think this past Star Wars wave is a real wake-up call, I think, for them, Yeah. It's just
the negative reviews. You must have seen those, right?
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, just go on lego.com and look at the reviews on the whatever it is, the
battle pack or whatever.
The battle pack, the turbo tank. Yeah, they're like a million, not a million, it's clearly an exaggeration, but whatever it is, 1,000 1-star reviews. People are just hammering them.
See, I like the battle pack, just the price is shit. The turbo tank is god awful looking, and the price is also shit, so that's double the fucking turd there. So I'm all for taking the thing that was funny though was all the review bombing with people who didn't buy it.
Yeah.
Like, I refuse to buy this shit set. Or not shit, but like this is not a good review, right? But it's funny. It's kind of like when people review bomb a movie, like it's unethical, but it's funny. But I also think it proves a point. I don't know if I was talking to Muttley about it, and for a long time, Lego didn't officially reveal. I don't even know if they did on their Instagram the Lego Star Wars sets from the wave. They might have just done it like a couple of weeks ago, like proper images of each set, and like the comments are just like, "This is trash" or "It's too expensive." And this is also one of those waves where a lot of people don't like this year for Star Wars. I really like it. Widdicky, he doesn't like it. He overall. He's like, oh, I think it's bad, not enough original trilogy. But I'm like, I like the balance and I like the craziness of it. This, I say the Hot Rod Snowspeeder and maybe the Gingerbread AT-AT are highlights. Like, great wee builds, price is ass. I know people are defending the AT-AT price. I'm going to backtrack. I think it's shit, in my opinion.
Really?
I don't know. I just think it's a bit too high. If like 50 pounds for it, but maybe if I see it, I can be swayed. I think it's a little compact for the price. But I know I'm going to give in because it's a Lego store exclusive, and it's sold really well. They've no reason to reduce it. It was sold out, wasn't it? Like day one.
Yeah, that thing disappeared fast. So that they give a long retirement day to. That's a 26 retirement, so we should get a second cycle on that one.
Is it retiring like 12 months?
Yeah, December 26th.
That's interesting.
We have a whole nother holiday season, which will be good.
I was all right. I'm surprised at that. I thought that was going to be a 3 or 4 monther, like the wasn't the Millennium Falcon.
Yep. Yeah, that one was 3 or 4 months. Yep.
Right. Maybe this might drop.
Let me double check that. Make sure that hasn't changed. I'm an asshole over here.
No, it's no sweat.
But yeah, I don't see any changes on that. Yeah, I mean, I would like that to see that be a longer run too. Mm-hmm. You know, especially if there's stock issues and people can't get their hands on it. Give them another season. Let everybody get it who wants to get it, at least at the time. And then next year, give us another one so that there's an overlap between the two. So now it can become a collectible thing.
Yeah. Do like someone from the Clone Wars or Rebels themed colored. I think it was we all, as I say, like I try not to take it seriously, but I do wish there was maybe different minifigures with it. But Vader was a safe choice. But I do think it's a great wee build. It is going to be one of those things that like I do want to buy it for Christmas. I'm also not like a big like ornament guy with Lego. I only have like a Hallmark Lego Spaceman, like Christmas tree ornament. Anything else is just like I would like like maybe a Lego Christmas set that I would just put out. But I thought when I seen the gingerbread AT-AT, I was like, oh, this would look class up on the mantelpiece, or just buy just something, even beside like a real life gingerbread house, and it's
Imagine having a Star Wars Winter Village. That'd be awesome. It'd be very cool.
And I'm surprised that they haven't done more. I know they do the advent calendars, but I haven't been a big advent calendar guy for a long time. In terms of buying them before Christmas and opening them up each day, I'm more of I'll wait after Christmas, half price.
Yep. That's
I
the way
rip
to do
it out.
Yeah.
Or just keep them. Because up until a few years ago, you could buy some of at least here, you could buy some of the older ones, 2015 and 16, still under original retail. They've gone up. But again, I buy that for under retail. I know for a fact the person selling it to me bought that for half price. It's like they're making a profit anyway. It's like,
but if they're making a profit, but you're still getting a good deal on it, that's pretty good. Everybody wins.
Because it's and I'm gonna wait a couple more. I'd say mid-December, some of those advent calendars might start to dip a bit. Because who's buying an advent calendar on the 18th of December? Yep.
Yeah. Well, the great part about the advent calendars is it's just 1 through 25, right?
Yeah.
They're not lined up with specific days of the week. So a 2025 advent calendar still works perfectly in 2028.
That's true, yeah.
You don't have to worry, oh, well, Christmas isn't actually on Wednesday this year. It's like, it's still on the 25th. It doesn't matter. So
we've definitely done that one time where we bought an older Star Wars calendar, like Lego, and it had to be from 5 years before. And we bought it. I got it like 8 or 9 days into December, I think, or maybe a little. It might have been halfway through, and I was just opening it up in my room, and I was doing each day, And then my brother was like, "Hey, I want to open it up too." I was like, "Right, you get tomorrow then. We'll have, you kind of just fast track half of it, and then every day I'm just sitting there watching my family like open up each one." But it was cool to see like they'd pop a minifigure that I'm like, right, they haven't made that in 6 years or whatever, or 5 or 6 years. But as you're right, it's not. They're kind of they're evergreen, really. Like,
yep.
In terms of their use.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be popping it. Actually, not evergreen. You can't use an advent calendar in fucking March. But
Yep.
you know what I mean. Like, you can use them in a year. Like,
yeah, I still haven't opened the ACOB advent calendar from last year.
I never got it because I think I wouldn't have arrived before Christmas. But it's how does that work? Is it? I can't remember. It's not 24 days, is it? Is it 6 days or
6? Yeah, it's 6. And if I remember right, because mine hasn't even been opened, they're not in any particular order. So it's just open it up and build whichever.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping, I'm very much hoping they do another one this year. And I can get that here in time for that to be, build 7 through 12 or something. Actually do that. Yeah. I haven't opened the Box of Boys Live yet either.
I haven't opened them. Either of them. They're the first or the second. I just have them sitting above. Like, I have like 2 sets like Star Wars action figures and have them right above there. I just think the boxes are too nice. But if I ever opened them, I'd probably just. I do recycle my boxes either on up here or just throw them in the recycling plant. But I would put them up there. But they're just too nice, I think. I think they're really cool. And the Cody and the gang, they go into great effort to making a really presentable product. Like,
yeah, they do look really good. I hate saving boxes, though. I hate it. Because now you've got the stat in the box behind it. If however you display it. It's like, and Tyler mentioned this on the show the other day. If you want to look at it, you just look at the set. You don't need to look at the box. While you're displaying the box, you could just look at the set. But then if I'm not displaying the box, what the hell do I do with it? Like, I have no storage here.
See, a lot of people, I did it for a number of years where I liked the boxes and I flattened them down and just stuck them up in the loft. Like, I was like, or under the bed or something. And then I think I was like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
Now, I know some people, I think Whittaky keeps all his boxes because he's like, he's always more of a morbid take. If I'm gone, my kids can do whatever they want with it. Which I'm like, that makes sense, which is a very cool, well, not a cool way, but it's like, I don't give a fuck what happens to it after I'm gone. Like, I want to enjoy it now, and it's their problem. I haven't even thought about it because but no, again, that's definitely something to think about too. People's seeing the hobby, how many people are in it now, and there's going to be a lot of collections that, like, it's so morbid. I'm sorry, but you're going to see, like, I already see it too, like online, like people getting collections and stuff, and it's like, I got this big stack of boxes. What do I do with it? And people are jokingly like burn them or recycle them, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's a place that'll buy them, sell them.
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy in our community who was selling off a large portion of his Lego, and he only had a box. And I says, like, look, I normally recycle mine, but you could sell that for £20-30. It was one of the UCS ones. Okay. Why not? Like, it'll sell to someone. Someone's going to buy it. I mean, damn, didn't Ryan buy like a fucking Death Star box for like hundreds of dollars? Like, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't play by normal rules, though.
Nah, that's true.
Yeah, I think I think some bricks and minifigs will buy like older boxes, vintage boxes, boxes for sets that are actually worth something. Like even
Yeah.
current things, if they get a used set in with a good quality box, they'll put it together, do whatever they call it, certified used. I mean, they're probably worth very, very little, but
But
an
it
extra
helps
an
with the
extra buck
overall
or two
sale,
of
I
your
think.
credits. Yeah.
It helps, like, if they get, like, let's say, like, an old Star Wars set 2010, like some dusty build, and it's like, right, pieces are two, but someone else maybe comes in and sells the box. It's like, right, we can maybe pair this up and kind of give it a bit more class too.
Yep.
I don't, I'm not a big used sets guy. I'm more of a like used minifigures and pieces. I think for me with used sets, it's like if it's already built, I'm kind of like, oh, I want that experience. There's a guy on Marketplace selling a bunch of like older Star Wars sets from like 1989 for £40, and I'm like, I wonder can he dismantle them for me? Like,
I'll give you
but
10% extra if you can reverse bag them.
oh, the Facebook stuff is used as a different story here. It's like people don't know what they have, or it's like, why are they trying to sell this stuff like it's new? Like, this is open.
Oh yeah.
I can see your kids' teeth marks on it. Like, I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's like that with like, because they always say like the normies have caught on now, and I do think
Oh
that's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I saw a minifigure collection on Marketplace the other day. It was basically all City and Ninjago. And I don't know, it's probably 50 or 60 minifigures. They wanted $300 for it. It's like it's City and Ninjago. If this was Star Wars, maybe you could look through it and justify it to some degree. But it's City and Ninjago.
That's it.
There's no possible way you can get your money back on that. Not happening.
There's some stuff too. I've seen the it's very common here for like, I think some people lie, but that's maybe just me being an asshole. Where it's like I'm selling my son's Lego collection, and they price the minifigures a Bricklink and a bit more, and I'm like, they know what the fuck they have. And that's it. Like, you wouldn't just be selling my son. Like, you this is yours. Like, once you start getting into set names or the Bricklink ID beside it, and you're like, you don't have a son.
Yep.
But the thing that gets me is people sell lots of minifigures. So they'll sell like, here's a lot, 10 minifigures for £30, A, B, C, D. And I'm like, come on, can we mix and match some of these? And then they're like, no. I know what I hate messaging them, and that's like, can we drop it down? No, I know what I got. No low balls.
Oh yeah.
And it's like,
Or they'll list a whole bunch of stuff, or they'll use the camera and do a video panning through everything they have, and it'll say send offers. Like, send offers on what? Do you want me to send you an offer on each one individually? Can I have some details? No, I'm never going to communicate with you. Put a price on it, and I'll offer based on that. I'm not putting the work in to identify every set in a video. It's ridiculous.
No, it's fucking silly. Like, and then I think the one thing I don't like is, well, people they do it with everything on Facebook. It's a cesspool, but they'll not list the actual price. They'll do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Like, well, they would do it with pounds, like £1,234, and then you're like, damn, for why did they list a City poly bag? And then it's like the description is looking for offers or whatever, or trade. And it's like, no one's going to trade, honey. No one wants this.
Or they'll list it as free, and then the first thing in the description is not free. See list for prices. It's like,
and then it's bad whenever there's a photo in that kind of like slideshow or whatever, and it's like it's a post-it note with the prices. Once I see that, I just like, oh, the shopping list has been broken out. They know what they gone are those days. But this like wee Star Wars lot, I'm very tempted. Once he gets back to me, I'm gonna try lowball him for like £30. because some of that stuff's like the same age, like it's 26, 27 years old, and I'm like, once that's a good deal. If I get it for 30, I think it's like 3 or 4 sets. But some stuff, man, like they sell some people are selling stuff I think used too close to new price for me. Like I don't know what if it's especially it's the last year or two, I don't know what happened. I think maybe the cost of living, people have an assumption that like the value of stuff used, if it's been played with and stuff, it has to be high because my bills are high. And it's like, no, you shouldn't be selling a Lego City set that's been played with close to damn retail and it's still on the shelves. Like that's you should be arrested for that. Yeah. And I know there's always going to be some like sucker that's going to buy it, but that's a winner for someone else. Like,
yeah, marketplace is like a flea market or a garage sale or tag sale, depending on where you are in the world, what your terminology is.
Yeah,
but it's where you go to sell things cheap. And then you have eBay, which is a step up. It's better than a yard sale. It's more organized. The sellers are usually pretty better, pretty good. They're better, and fees are higher, so you got to charge a little bit more there. And then you have like Amazon, Walmart. I don't know what other kind of places you have up there, but bigger retailers the next year. But marketplace will always be the bottom. So sellers need to understand that that's their customer base there. They're people that are going there to buy things cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to take away all the friction you can. So be very specific about what you've got, what the condition is, good pictures, very clear pricing. Take away all the friction, and then people will buy things. Or ask less stupid questions, right?
I've sold like guitars on Facebook, and for me, it's like when I'm selling on Facebook, it's not because like I want a lot of money. I want to get rid of this crap like ASAP, and I'm willing to go like low for it. I'm trying to sell more stuff at the moment, like gear, and it's like I could get more, but I want it out of the house, so I'm willing to like drop an extra 10%. But I don't understand. Like I'm seeing Lego listings that have been up for months, and it's gonna get crowded around Christmas. With like, I always this doesn't apply just to Lego, but I hate when people put up stuff like, "Well, we'll take with Lego. Like this will make a great Christmas present," and like it's already built.
Yep.
Although in saying that, Cool Hand says when he was a kid, his parents built his Lego for him when for Christmas.
That was wild to hear. Crazy.
My parents couldn't, like, and I don't mean this in any disparaging way, but they couldn't build a Lego. They couldn't build a friend's polybag to save their life. How are they building the castle? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's a weird one. Personally, when I heard that story, I just figured that his parents wanted to build the sets, and that was kind of their way of saying, "Oh, here, we're doing you a favor, giving you this gift," but they got the joy out of it.
I've done that. Like, my sister have maybe bought her a wee set, and it's like, "Oh, I'll help build half the cool half," especially now Lego does this thing like build together.
Yep.
Or it's like, "Oh, well, we'll both share. Give me you push them aside and like just check which one's got like, yeah, this got the cooler, But like when he said that, I almost like I had to do like a double take because I was like, "Fucking Cool Hand, like, when did you get arms? Like, were you not able to build Lego? Like, did you not have fingers growing up?" He's like, "No, like, it's just." But then he showed us the instruction manuals, and they to be fair were complicated back. I say that like Lego was still in the Stone Age, like with their bricks, like, but
yeah, easy there. I'm the same age.
Sorry, I have family that had Lego from that era.
Yeah,
and I have seen the instruction manuals where it's like they'll get a house 300-400 pieces, but the instruction manuals are only a few pages, 10 pages or whatever. Like page 1, like a few bricks. Page 2, fucking 10%, and you have to like study it. And I think he said he was really young, to be fair.
Yeah, and the colors were awful, and they were a mess. But, yeah, I'm picturing, it's 6-year-old Cool Han with a big beard.
I know. It's so funny. Like, I seen these memes of people what it's like, what I imagined my dad to look like when he was a kid, and it's always like a child with your dad's head on it.
Yeah.
And like Cool Han is one of those where it's like I couldn't imagine like him without it, not looking, like who he is.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, if you scroll way back in his feed, you see him with a shorter beard.
That's so strange to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if he's ever not had a beard. I mean, in social media times. Anyway.
He used to work for like a supermarket chain here that was filmed on a documentary, and this was maybe in 2013, and he showed the clip, and he has no beard, and
weird.
Oh, but he had hair. Where is this? Is not you, Martin. This is someone else. He's like, that's fucking me, like, because he was coming out with all these like little sayings that he would have, and I'm like, that is him. Oh my god, like.
Oh, it's so funny. Did he have hair too, or still shiny?
He had hair, I believe.
Wow.
He's giving like not a presentation, but he's doing like a talk with like employees and going around and talking about the shop and stuff like that. He said something to like an old woman, like granny or something. That was pretty funny. I forget what it was, but it's like, how would you? But we would have like a bit of banter too with people without being offended or annoyed. Like, you're always kind of, you could mildly insult the shopkeeper and they would insult you back and you'd laugh.
Yeah.
But
Cool Han with no beard. That's wild. I cannot picture that. I guess we all had our shiny days.
See, I can't grow any, like, I don't know what happened. I can't grow any beard at all. My brothers can, my dad can. It's like, no, just a little bit of stubble, and I'm like, I just shave every 2 days. I'm like, it's never grown.
Yeah. I suppose in a lot of ways that's probably easier, though.
It's just like, yeah. But then again, like a lot of my people my age, like they went into the whole beard culture, grooming and shaping and all that.
Yeah.
Putting beads into it and like all that kind of stuff too, like dyeing it and all. It's like, no thanks.
Yeah, I couldn't possibly be bothered with any of the oils and the combing and whatever else. Couldn't do it.
No.
Yeah, I don't want any extra work in my life. That's one of the reasons why I've never like had a hairstyle. I put a hat on as soon as I wake up and I take it off right before I go to bed.
Funny, my brother was talking to me about like he was asking like, why is it like, because we were watching like a YouTube video of was like showing like American podcasters, and he was like, oh, what is it with like Americans and their hats? And I was like, that's a good fucking question.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in America, I wear a hat. When I'm here, I don't. What is it whenever like there's something like going inside too? Like here, if you wear a hat inside, like a baseball hat or a beanie, granted, if it's like, winter, you're forgiven, but like it's like you just like looking suspiciously. But over there, it's like I don't know. It's interesting. Like it's such a silly thing to bring up, but yeah.
I mean, so I've worn a hat so often, like during the course of my life, my skull actually formed to the hat.
Are you serious?
Yeah, oh yeah, completely serious. There's actually a divot like right above my hat line where my skull actually curves to the shape of a hat.
Oh my god.
When I was a little kid, my ears have been the same size basically since I was little. So when I was a kid, my mom used to put a baseball cap on me and she would tuck my ears in so they didn't burn while I was outside.
Oh
and it stuck, and I've worn a hat pretty much constantly my entire life to the point where my skull formed to a hat. It's the craziest thing.
That's I've never heard of that.
Yeah. I don't know if that's happens to other people anyway. I refuse to believe I'm unique in it basically anyway. So somebody else must have that. But yeah, it's kind of odd.
That's like I've seen like I get headphone hair, but I've never heard of anyone getting like skull hat skull.
Oh yeah,
You know, like that's fucking
yeah,
wild.
yeah. It's an odd one. It's an actual like indentation.
That's kind of cool though. Like wearing what you're Boston, like what you'd be wearing, like you wouldn't be wearing a Yankees hat, like, you know, definitely not.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's good though, I guess, because when I put my hat on, it doesn't go anywhere. It's not like it rides up or sinks. It just like stays. It'll
it's like
twist
a Lego
side to
piece.
side a little bit. Yeah.
It just clicks off.
Yeah, just like a Lego piece. It'll go side to side, but it won't go in any other direction.
That's mental.
Yeah.
If I wish I went through a stage where like my spare glasses, they're the same sheet. Like there's like lines here, but I don't know if it's in my skull. I should probably like get a scan actually, because I'll wear the glasses, take them off at night, and then the next day they'll still be like the lines, you know, and it's like, oh
wow,
imprints. So maybe I need to get, maybe that's the way it is. But even my glasses will fall off, like my spare pair, and it's the same frame as this, and it's like,
even are they stretched or something?
Maybe my head's like shapeless now. Maybe it's starting to just stretch a bit.
Yeah, I need to figure out glasses. I went to the store. I very much know I need them. So I went to the store and I bought the cheaters, like the dollar store, friggin' whatever they are. With the idea being trying to figure out which glasses are comfortable, just frame shape, that are comfortable that I can wear under my hat. So they don't interfere. So finally I get a pair of blue light glasses that were perfect. The frame, the shape of the frame was great. They were awesome over the years. That figuring I could take them, I could bring them to the store and say, this is the frame I need. Because if they're not really comfortable, I know I'm never going to wear them and the money will be wasted.
Yeah.
They're missing. One of the kids got a hold of them and I can't find the friggin' things now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. Didn't take them to school or anything like that, no?
I don't know. And
pray
it's like, you know, it had to be something I did not buy online. Because if I bought it online, I bought it on Amazon, I could just hit the reorder button. I'm pretty sure these also came from like a dollar store or somewhere shitty. Because knowing that they're not the real thing, you don't want to spend any real money on them. So we have to start from scratch now.
I've heard of people like buying like the reading glasses, like in a shop. Like that's what, like they're like £1 or £2. They don't work for me because my eyes are that bad.
That's what I'm talking about. I was buying those things, and the lenses on those things are so bad when you buy them cheap. I don't know if they're plastic or what the hell is going on. But if you're not looking exactly right, everything just kind of warps like a clown mirror.
Yeah. They're god awful. Before I had a spare pair, I had a pair of reading glasses just in case they broke. And I was like, let me just check what these reading glasses are like. And I almost like, am I on drugs here? Like, what? No, I just felt like if I like looked, everything was going out of balance. But also because they were like from just a shop off the rack, they're also scratched. Like, I mean, there was no good pair anyway, like to begin with.
Yeah.
And if you ask them, they're just like, sir, this is £1. Like, we're not going to go in the back and not going to get you.
Yeah, they were probably delivered to the store, just loose in a box like styrofoam peanuts. There's just 100 pairs rattling around in there.
It's so like I do like all my stuff's prescription. Like, and I have like prescription like sunglasses with like it's adjusted to my lens, which is tremendous. But I always want to go for like really cool frames, and it's like we can't build at this moment a lens within your price range to match like I wanted like John Lennon like wee circle glasses to match these. And like we can't get no, not happening.
Fuckers.
It's too but it's that's a whole other world of a mess too. Like, and I need to get my eyes checked again. I've been putting it off.
There's some website I found that I guess the reviews are great for the site, where you just tell them what your prescription is. So you get your prescription from the doctor or whatever, and you just plug in your prescription and pick your frames, and they'll make them and ship them to you.
Oh, I need to look that up.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like there's probably it must be like that over here too. I'm just so used to going in and like to the opticians, like just because I've been with them for so long, like 20 odd years, like that same kind of outfit, and it's like you're just used to. I've been wearing these square frames, not the exact same frame, but this style for so long that it's like it was in fashion, out of fashion, in fashion, and now it's out, and I'm like it's gonna come back in again soon. Like everyone's into the round, the big round glasses, the kind of Jeffrey Dahmer cannibal looking things, you know, like.
Yeah. I mean, if you've been wearing them for that long, would you even recognize yourself if you changed?
Oh no, because my brother went from this shape to the rounds, and it took a long time for me to even recognize him. Yeah. And he went for even changing the frame color. Mine's is like always ever a black or a navy. If I went for like a light brown or a silver, it's like
just go full on gold. Yeah.
I remember when I got my tooth, like the fake one. They're like, "Oh, do you want it gold, silver, white, or color matched?" And I contemplated gold or silver. I had my family like, "You're 18. You're not walking around with a fucking gold tooth."
Yep.
We'll kick you out of the. But yeah, because I put on my brother's glasses, and it was like, I don't know who what I'm looking at here. It was just, nah.
It was like looking at Cool Hand with no beard.
Yeah, it is. But it's funny because I used, there's photos of me as a kid where I had like slightly different shaped glasses, and it's like, but it's still me, It's still. Yeah. It's weird.
That's so funny. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the whole glasses thing. Unfortunately, there's no chance I'm ever going to wear contacts. Like it's not even a consideration. So it's just going to have to be what it is.
Is it just the process of it just too much?
Yeah, I'm not sticking my finger in my eye. That's just.
I'm the same. My sister wears them, and it's just it's just too much for like to even. I know some people say after a while it's easy. Girlfriends like that, she says like, yeah, they're just simple, but I'm like, something about doing that. Nope.
Yep.
And I can't. Yeah, my eyesight's so bad that like, I don't know. I don't even know if they would even do them, because I'm pretty sure they'd be more expensive if they're like. My eyesight's horrible. Like it's fucking shit. Like designing that, they need to like go to the lab again and see if they can even make the material for my eye.
Just
that.
Add 3 more layers. Yeah.
Oh my god. Milk bottle contacts. Looks like my eye's about to pop.
Yeah. So the biggest, I don't know, whatever you would call it, selling point against, or what's the opposite of a selling point? I don't know. Whatever. The biggest reason not to get them, I guess, in my head is my wife a couple times has said, "Shit, I lost my contact." Like, what, did it just fall on the floor? She goes, "No, I lost it in my eye somewhere."
Oh my god, yes.
Like, I don't know where it could have gone, but if it's lost in there and you can't find it, that's a problem. And I don't ever want to experience that. I don't want to know what happens. It's in your eyelid. I don't know.
I've fallen asleep with it on. Like they recommend not like after a few hours they have to be taken out, and it's like I've heard horror stories where people leave them on too long and their eyes dry, and it's like no. With the glasses, it's just on and off. There's no, like there was a phase growing up where like glasses weren't cool. Like we weren't bullied, but it was like not many people had glasses, and then I'm sure everyone looking at their phone screens as a teenager didn't help, but everyone started getting glasses in their late teens, even if it was just for reading and stuff like that at school. But then I went to contacts. I've known a few people that have got the surgeries, which that sounds tremendous, but I'm also at that stage where my face with like without glasses, like I don't know, I can't recognize myself. Like it's my. You say like like your hat, like if I go in it, well, I need my glasses. Like I'll walk into the door if I don't they put them on, but like I can't even, if someone takes a photo of me without glasses, like who is that?
It's bad when you don't recognize yourself. That's crazy.
Oh, it's not good.
No. All right, man. Saying what time it is doesn't matter because this is airing in the future.
Oh my God.
It's late. We're 2.5 hours in now, so it's late for you and late-ish for me now. The kids are coming home.
Oh, damn.
So we should probably wrap. This has been a really fast 2.5 hours.
That's been great. Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's been awesome hanging out. I appreciate it. It's nice that we could actually schedule this where it wasn't the worst time possible for you, or whatever it is, 2 a.m. when I'm usually live.
I think so, yeah. It's either I catch you when I wake up in the morning, or it's like if I'm in America, I was able to catch you a few times. But as I say, like I do like that. I caught a lot of guys live too. That sounds weird, but I caught a lot of shows live. Sorry.
What kind of worm are you fishing with? Oof. That was terrible. I apologize.
I deserved it.
All right, man. Well, it has been real. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
I will probably catch you tomorrow during your stream. And when everybody else is watching this, I doubt there will be your stream tomorrow because that would be Christmas.
Yeah. So it will be this Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah.
This Sunday, the last show of the year. I don't know who we're having on. But
yeah. Crazy times. Oh wait, no. No, I'm all mixed up because my show airs on Wednesday. So yeah, this will be going live on Christmas, so you will not be live the following day. You're live the following day from when we're recording this. Man, time travel sucks. Don't ever do it, folks. Yep, time travel. All right, so whatever the hell happened, this is where we wrap. Thank you, sir. Everyone, I will see you later. Good night.